You are being manipulated right now, every single day, by people you trust, by systems you follow, by emotions you think are your own, and the worst part is, you probably don't even see it happening. These manipulators are not comic book villains. They are coworkers, they are partners, they are algorithms. They are you, when you are at your worst. And they all use the same 7 tricks to hijack your emotions and turn you into a puppet. The first trick is called emotional flooding. It works like this. Someone hits you with so much emotion all at once that your brain cannot process it. They yell, they cry, they panic. They create chaos, and in that chaos, your logic shuts down. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that thinks clearly, goes offline. All that remains is your survival instinct. Fight or flight. And when you are in that state, you will agree to anything just to make the noise stop. Abusive partners use this. Manipulative bosses use this. Even advertisers use this. They overwhelm you so you stop thinking and start reacting. You make decisions you regret later because you were not in control. The second trick is intermittent reinforcement. This one is evil because it feels like love. Imagine someone who is kind to you sometimes and cruel to you other times. No pattern, no warning, just random bursts of affection followed by coldness. Your brain becomes addicted to this. Why? Because unpredictability is more addictive than consistency. A slot machine does not pay out every time. If it did, you would get bored and leave. But because it pays out randomly, you keep pulling the lever. You keep hoping. That is what toxic people do. They give you just enough kindness to keep you hooked. Just enough validation to make you stay. And you convince yourself that if you just try harder, if you just do better, they will be kind all the time. But they will not, because the cruelty is the point. The inconsistency is the control. The third trick is gaslighting, but not the way you think. Real gaslighting is not just lying. It is making you doubt your own memory, your own perception, your own sanity. Someone will do something hurtful. You will confront them, and they will look you in the eyes and tell you it never happened, or that you are too sensitive, or that you are remembering it wrong. They do this over and over until you stop trusting yourself. And once you stop trusting yourself, you start trusting them instead. You become dependent on their version of reality, because yours feels unstable. This is how people stay in toxic relationships for years. This is how cults function. This is how dictators rise. They do not just control your actions, they control your sense of what is real. The fourth trick is the illusion of choice. Manipulators love giving you options because it makes you feel free. But every option leads to the same outcome. They want something from you. So they frame the question in a way that no matter what you choose, they win. A parent tells a child, "Do you want to clean your room now or after dinner?" The child feels like they have control, but the room is getting cleaned either way. A boss asks, "Can you stay late tonight or come in early tomorrow?" Either way, you are working extra hours. A partner says, "We can talk about this now or later, but we are talking." The choice is fake. The outcome was already decided. And because you were given options, you feel like you agreed. You feel complicit. That is the trap. The fifth trick is isolation. Manipulators separate you from people who see clearly. They do it slowly. They plant seeds of doubt. Your best friend does not really understand you. Your family does not support your dreams. No one gets you like I do. And bit by bit, they cut the threads that connect you to the outside world. Why? Because isolated people are easier to control. When you have no one else to talk to, no one else to reality check your experience, the manipulator becomes your entire world. Their opinions become facts. Their moods become your emotional weather. You lose perspective. You forget what healthy relationships even look like. And by the time you realize what has happened, you are too deep in to leave easily. The sixth trick is manufactured guilt. This one is insidious because it weaponizes your conscience. A manipulator will make you feel responsible for their emotions, their problems, their failures. If they are sad, it is because you did not do enough. If they are angry, it is because you messed up. If they are struggling, it is because you are selfish. They turn every conflict into a moral judgment on your character. And because you are a decent person, because you actually care, you internalize it. You start believing you are the problem. You apologize for things that are not your fault. You shrink yourself to make them comfortable. You sacrifice your needs to fix their feelings, and they let you because your guilt is their power. The seventh trick is the future promise. Manipulators are masters of tomorrow. They tell you things will get better. Just wait. Just be patient. Just give them one more chance. They paint a picture of a beautiful future where all your sacrifices pay off, where the relationship heals, where the job gets easier, where the dream finally happens. And you believe them because you want to believe them, because you have already invested so much time, so much energy, so much of yourself. Sunk cost fallacy takes over. You cannot walk away now. Not after everything you have been through. So you stay, you wait, you hope, but tomorrow never comes. Because the promise is not a plan, it is a leash. It keeps you tethered to someone who has no intention of changing. These 7 tricks are everywhere. In relationships, in workplaces, in social media algorithms designed to keep you scrolling, in political rhetoric meant to keep you angry and afraid. The people using these tricks are not always doing it consciously. Some learn these patterns from their own trauma. Some are just repeating what was done to them. But that does not make it okay. And it does not mean you have to tolerate it. You are not crazy for feeling manipulated. You are not weak for falling for these tricks. These techniques exist because they work. They exploit the parts of your brain that want connection, that crave stability, that hope for the best in people. But now you see them. Now you know the game. And once you know the game, you can stop playing. You can set boundaries. You can walk away. You can choose yourself. The cage only works if you do not realize it is there. Now you do. Now you are free.